Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to Home for Tutorials, Strategy, Player Profiles, History Reviews, News, Tips, Tops Baseball Cards, Rants, Unboxings, and so much more. I'm glad you could join us. This is a 15-minute deep drive tutorial, and I'll be showing you how to get a game started using Deep Drive and how to play through the first. I guess I can probably make it through the first 3 innings. To keep my score and to keep the information of the game, I'm using a app that's called iScore. I've done tutorials on iScore, so you can look on my channel and look for those iScore tutorials. I have part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 3 is getting a league started. I think that's one of the most crucial tutorials that I've done. I want to do a deep drive tutorial, because I think it's a game extremely worthy of attention. And guys, it's a blast. It's easy to play. It's got a little bit of Apple, a little bit of Strat. It's got a little bit of Status Pro. It's got a little bit of Payoff Pitch and Inside Pitch, because it's got the ballpark card. You know, it does the ballpark card thing, and that's a really cool aspect of this game. So I'm right about to get started, and I set up the lineups. This is game 84 of my Mets 2019 replay. I was very excited. I picked up this set the day after the World Series. That's how quickly he had it ready to roll. The day after the World Series, there it was. And this is at Citi Field. I'm looking for the Citi Field card. I don't seem to see the Citi Field card, which is not making me happy. So I can't get started with a tutorial without the stadium card. I had actually 2 stadium cards, because this is a PDF game. You can only get it in PDF. So if you lose a stadium card, guess what? It drops or it gets mixed up somewhere with another set. You can print out another one. So I actually have 2 stadium cards, not 1, but 2. And right now, when I need it, I can't find it. So if I don't find it within next couple months, I'm going to restart the video. And I don't seem to see it anywhere. Let's see if it's in here. It's not in the. No, not in here either. That's funny. Ah, found it. Citi Field. Boom. There it goes. So this game has a stadium card. And let's get started real quick. And I'm going to get three. You need 3 D10 for this game. So I get my 3 D10. You need a red, you need a white, and you need a green. Okay, your green is going to be like your mod die, your informational die. And then you got your red. You read the red first and the white. Red, white, and green. And I also use a 20-sided die, and I'll show you how I use that as well when there's a runner on base. All right, and now you can get an 85 season. I think he just finished the 85 season, which I'm going to get. I have the 2001 season. You get a 1971 season. I believe he's got something in the 60s as well. So there's a bunch of different seasons. My lineup goes as follows: Ronald Acuna leading off, playing center field. Then it's Ozzie Albies at second base, followed by Freddie Freeman in the third hole. Josh Donaldson at cleanup, the third baseman. The right fielder, Nick Markakis, batting 5th. Batting 6th is Brian McCann. I was going to say James. He's the catcher. Austin Riley in left field. You get every single player with this set. So if you want to do an actual lineup, if you want to do an actual, replay, you can do that. Joan Camaro, shortstop, batting 8th. And it's going to be Mike Soroka. Soroka had a great season. You get the stats here at the bottom. He had this is his batting card. So let's look at his pitching card right here. Almost every starter gets a batting card if he had like maybe 20 at bats, or maybe even less than that. I don't know. Let's take a look. Soroka had 63 plate appearances. So almost every National League pitcher gets a card. It's a really cool thing. He was 2.68 ERA, 13-4. He's a 21-year-old right-hander. He had 142 strikeouts and 174 innings pitched. So not really a flamethrower. And he's going to be going up against Jacob deGrom, which is exciting. So let's get going. Let's start playing. And you start with the 2 dice. Now, sometimes I just throw the 3, because you're going to need the 3 in case there's an out. It's going to tell you. So it's a 93. Now, 0 to 49 is off the batter, and 50 to 99 is off the pitcher. A 93 off DeGrom is in the out range. 81 to 99, it's in the out range. So then I look at the 9 here in the out section, and it says it's a shallow fly ball to center field. That's a cool. It'll tell you if it's a deep fly ball, if it's a shallow fly ball, and depending on where the ball is hit and how it's hit, that influences the result. Okay. In this case, racing in is the center fielder. Who's in center field today? Don Smith, Jeff McNeil's in right. It's going to be Michael Conforto in center field. And we have to write him in because I forgot to write him in. I may have had him in right field because that's usually where he plays. But this past week with the actual lineups, he's been in center field. So that's 1 up and 1 down. All right, here goes. And that is a 1-1. So that's going to be off the batter card. And a 1-1 is a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So getting it in quickly is Michael Conforto. Ozzie Albies has some speed. He stole 15 bases. And I'll show you how to steal a base as well. We'll do that right now. We'll try to steal a base. Albies is on it first. He tries to get his lead. So for that, you need the blue chart. Now what I did, there's 2 charts, 2 main charts to this game, right? One is the defensive chart, and that's going to include the stolen base chart. So it's a defensive chart that includes the pitcher, catcher, wild pitch, pass ball chart, but also it includes the stolen base chart. Now, Jacob deGrom is a 3. He's got no hold rating. Okay, let me show you. Mike Soroka does have a hold rating. If there's something there after the pitcher, it's a hold rating. If there's blank, there's no hold rating. So he's got no hold rating. Now I got to look at the catcher. That's how you do this. Nito is a throw +1. All right, so Albies is going to have an advantage. So instead of a 1B, he's going to be a 2B. If deGrom was +2, then he'd be a 4B. deGrom has nothing. Thomas Nito has 1, so that's going to be a 2B. Excuse me. So here we're going to go to 2B. And 0 to 14, he steals the base. 15 to 18, this is not a big, huge base stealer. Okay, so he's not going to have a big opportunity to steal the base. But we need a really low number for him to steal a base. A 23 is not going to cut it because it's a 2B. And that's 0 to 14. We rolled a 15 to 18. He would have been caught stealing, so he doesn't get the jump. It's that quick. All right, so Albies on it first, and it's going to be Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's a left-handed batter. He comes and takes a couple of warm-up swings and steps in the box. Jacob deGrom looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And that's a 59 off deGrom. Now, deGrom's a great pitcher, so 58 to 77 is going to be a strikeout. So deGrom blows a fastball by Freeman. And that's going to be 2. Next is Josh Donaldson, the cleanup batter. He's a right-handed hitting third baseman. All right, here's the pitch. It's a 67. That's strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Jacob deGrom. So, he's a great pitcher, so when he does give up a hit, he's going to get out of trouble. Now, Soroka against Jeff McNeil leading off in right field, Pete Alonso at first base. Robinson Cano batting third at second base. Michael Conforto, the center fielder, batting cleanup. Batting fifth is Todd Frazier, the third baseman. The left fielder is Dom Smith, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Ahmed Rosario. Batting eighth is the catcher, Thomas Nito. And then you got batting ninth, Jacob deGrom. Here's the pitch from Soroka, 95, and then a 7. So it's within the pitcher. Remember, 50 to 99 is the pitcher. 95 is 75 to 99. That's going to be in the out range. A 7 is a fly ball, shallow left field. Well, actually, medium left field. So when McNeil tries to go the other way, but pops it up, and that's 1 out. Pete Alonso next. And that's a 93 again, and a 3 this time. So that's going to be a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman, Donaldson. He scoops it, fires to first, and gets his man 5-3. Robbie Cano, left-handed hitter, 2 outs. That's a 0-7. That's going to be line base hit to right for Robbie Cano. Frozen rope by Robinson Cano, the ex-Yankee, ex-Mariner. He's on at first, not a threat to steal. Michael Conforto. That's a 33, and that's going to be a defense result. There you go, off Conforto's card, a defense. So we're going to grab that green, the green chart. There are only 2 charts in this game. I color-coded them. I put it on green paper for defense and blue paper for everything else. So we're gonna look at the defensive chart. We're going to have to roll 2 dice, 2d10. That's an 87. That's automatically a range play. You go to 87, it's going to show you the center fielder. This is to the center fielder. Now, Acuna, we got to know what his number is in center field, and he is a 3 center fielder. So that's kind of average. We're looking at 87, and that's a line shot that Acuna handles easily. And that's going to retire the side. So line drive center field. Acuna's right there. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the second, Nick Markakis against Jacob deGrom. Here's the pitch, and that's a 52. That's a Jacob deGrom doesn't have a big, deep drive section, so he doesn't give up a lot of extra base hits. A 52 is going to be a line drive base hit to right. Nick Markakis on with a leadoff single. That was a 52, and a 51 would have been a deep drive. 50 and 51 is a deep drive. You can see the 52 is a single plus. So that is a single that needs to be cut off in the gap. Okay, so that basically the plus tells you that that's either a single that's pulled down the line, needs to be cut off, or it's a gapper and it gets cut off, but it stays at a single, right? All right, so it's Brian McCann. He's a left-handed hitter. Nick Markakis is not a base stealer. 86, that's going to be in deGrom's out range, and it's a 0. This is a line drive. A line drive to the second baseman, Robbie Cano. Now, Robbie Cano is quick as lightning with that quick throw to the bag, so he's going to double play. Now, the way online drives, you can get the double play if you roll 0-0 to 0-9. So we're going to roll here. Oh, and it's not even close, so we don't have to worry about that, but it's out number 1, line drive to Robbie Cano. And that's 1 out. Next is Austin Riley. He's a right-handed hitter. Austin Riley batted .226 in almost 300 plate appearances. Here's the pitch. It's a 63. Again, that's off deGrom, and that's a strikeout. Falls within deGrom's strikeout range of 58 to 77. So Austin Riley down swinging, and it's Joan Camargo, who's a switch hitter. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 19. 19 is going to be defense again. So we're going to roll defense 76. That's a range play. Nice and simple. Let's see who that's to. 76 is going to be to the shortstop. Now, I know my guys. Amed Rosario's a 3, and that's a ball that is hit in the hole. Amed Rosario barely almost gets it, but he does not. It goes into left field for a single. Now, Nick Markakis, let's see. If that's a plus, he may be able to make it to third. So on a 70, what was that, a 76? No, yeah, a 76, that's going to be a single plus, which means Markakis is going to make it to third base on that slow grounder in the hole with 2 outs. All right, that tells me my 15-minute tutorial is up, so I'm going to finish it up. But let me look at Nick Markakis' speed. Now, he's got no rating. That qualifies him. I mean, there's a no rating category in the base running rules. But with 2 outs, it moves 1 to the right. Let me show you the base running rules quickly. It's right up here, right? Base running rules on a single plus, which is what he hit. If you're blank, which falls right in the center, which Markakis is, your typical guy in the league is a blank. All right. Well, with 2 outs, guess what? You move to 1 to the right. A single plus is in the gap and it's cut off, so he has plenty of time to hustle over to third base. So now there's runners on first and third against deGrom. So Camargo singles in the gap. It's cut off by Conforto. And Camargo is on at first. Hustling over to third is Nick Markakis. So you got runners on first and third, 2 outs. And now it's the pitcher, Mike Soroka. This is the guy you want up at this point in the game. He doesn't have many hits. He's got a hit by pitch. He's got a lot of strikeouts. He's got a little defense and mostly outs. But there could be a hit off the pitcher's card. You know, depends. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to roll for Mike Soroka with first and third and 2 outs. And that's a 15. A 15 under Soroka's card is going to be a strikeout. And basically DeGrom blows a fastball by Soroka, late swing, and that retires the side. Let's see. There. And now we turn it over. We turn over. So far in the 15 minutes, we've gotten to the bottom of the second, but with a lot of talking. I'll finish the second inning. Soroka's pitching to Todd Frazier, the Todd father. He's a right-handed hitter. That's a 91. That falls in Soroka's out range. And a 1 is going to be a pop foul. If this is a 1, it goes to the first baseman. If it's odd, it goes to the first baseman. If it's even, it goes to the catcher. Those are just little idiosyncrasies of the game that you can learn. This is a pop foul to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. All right, and that's 1 away. So Todd Frazier pops out. Now Dominic Smith, left-handed hitter. That's an 87. Again, it falls into the out range, and this is going to be a hard grounder to the third baseman. Donaldson backhands it, long throw to first in time. Great play by Donaldson at third base. And it's 2 outs, Ahmed Rosario. It's a 38. This is going to be off Ahmed's card. It's going to be an out of 9. Is popped up center field. Ronald Acuna settles under it, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. I'll do this last inning to show you how quick this game can be played. It's an 89er. That's going to be an out off DeGrom's card. A 4 ground ball shortstop. Rosario waits back, now charges, fires, and gets the speedy Ronnie Acuna. Ronnie Acuna is a much better base stealer, and he's very fast. He's a 3A. Ozzie Albies with 1 out. And that's a 14. Albies is going to be a little bloop single that drops in front of McNeil, little Texas leaguer. So he's on with a single, and we'll try to roll again. I remember you needed what was it, 14 or less. Not even close, so we don't get that. Freddie Freeman. This is trouble. 0-3. This is the part I'm glad that I played one last inning here. 0-3 is a deep drive. That's going to take us to the deep drive chart. Okay, you can see that deep drive chart on Freddie Freeman. This is exciting because it's either a deep fly ball or it's going to be a homer, a triple, or a double. So right now, with 1 out and a runner on first, DeGrom is in danger of giving up a run. Let's see what happens. We're going to roll 3 more dice. It's going to be a 47. That ball. Now, the park insignia is only 0-0 to 0-4 because this guy's a power hitter. So on power hitters, it's a very low ballpark range. Now, if this had been a 0 to 4, we would then check the green die. It's a 1, and we go to Citi Field. 0 to 4 would be a home run. So no matter what, this would be a home run, unless, of course, you land in 49 to 51, which would be a triple, 52 to 94, a double. But even on the fly ball, 95 to 99, a deep fly ball, and back goes McNeil, it would have been a home run because the insignia, that means you look at the green die, and the green die falls within the home run range of the Citi Field ballpark card. All right, so that ball is gone because it's a 47, and that just made it within the 0-0 to 48 range on Freeman's card. So it's a 2-run shot by Freddie Freeman, who struck out in his first at-bat, and the Braves lead the Mets by a score of 2 top of the third. Josh Donaldson. That's a 47. That's going to be an out. 37 to 49 is an out. What kind of an out? It's a deep drive, left field. Back goes Smith to the track and makes the catch. And now with 2 outs, it's Nick Markakis. And a 68 is strike 3. So the slider gets Markakis. And we go to the bottom half of the third. Mets, Thomas Nido's leading it off. That's a 10. And that's a strikeout. Nido down swinging. Soroka blows one by Nido. And Jacob deGrom is the batter. That's a 0-2, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. So the left, Jacob deGrom singles. He's on at first with 1 out. Here's Jeff McNeil, a 65, and that's strike 3. McNeil down swinging. 2 outs. And it's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso with good power. He could tie this up with 1 swing of the bat. Depends what we roll. That's not going to do it. A 79 is going to be an out. What kind of an out? Looks like a 2, and that's a hard hit ground ball at the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's going to take it himself, and that retires the side. All right, so that's basically 3 innings of deep drive baseball. I will continue with another 3 innings in part 2 of my tutorial on how to play deep drive baseball. I hope that was clear to you. If you have any questions, please contact me. This is CP Cards and Dice. And remember that this is your home for tutorials, strategy, player profiles, history reviews, news, tips, tops, baseball cards, unboxings, rants, chat, and so much more. Thanks for joining me, and so long.